Hello and welcome to NGS B East Division. This is between Tiny Dancers and Roomba Rotations. I am Lady Ronan. Thanks for joining me for tonight. And we are close to getting ready to play this game. Neither team has actually played yet in the Season 9 series, so this will be first for both teams. They were bantering back and forth, and I think they have done some research on each other, so I do think that we will have quite the game on our hands. Both teams are ready. We will get ready to get into this now. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So we will be going to Alterac Pass. We have bands of Braxis, Battlefield Tomb, and Sky Temple. And first pick will be Roomba Rotations, and Tiny Dancers did pick the map. So our first band is on Roomba Rotation side. Let's see what they decide to do. Hey, love. Oh, are you busy? Okay, thank you. I thought I caught you right in time, but I didn't. Damn it. All right, Garage is out of here. You all know me. I do not like playing against Garage. He's very disruptive. But he's also a lot of fun to watch, so I'm kind of cool watching it. Not playing against it, though. Let's go to our bands here. Sorry, draft is ready. Sorry about that, folks. And Sylvanas ban. Sylvanas has been really good since these tower changes. Tower shots are doing a lot of damage, so Sylvanas does a lot to help her team push. And who will our second ban be? Alterac Pass. I have seen really good Mings on Alterac Pass. Keep the other team from getting the points until her team revives. Anna is a great... Oh, and Chen. Both of those are great picks on this map. Chen is very disruptive to push you off the point, and Anna with her silences or her sleeps. And Azul gets through. I have casted quite a few games that Azul has not been able to go through, so this will be very interesting to see. Can you guys hear me? There we go. Okay, just making sure. I think it's my music that's low. We have an Anduin and a Johanna. Probably the best healer and the best tank in the game at the moment. Anduin can get you out of these objectives if you get caught, heal you up, and send you right back in. And Greymane, very, very popular pick right now. And ETC. Good. Thank you so much. Appreciate that response. All right, last set of bands are coming out. I honestly don't know either one of these teams, so it's hard to kind of guess what they're going to do right now. But I do believe both teams have done their research. So it'll be interesting to see if Tiny Dancers was correct on the Deckard ban. Deckard very good with potions setting up at the points. And we'll see what damage we do that Roomba Rotations does not want Tiny Dancers to take here. Kale? No, no Kale. Sonia. When you get a good Sonya player, they are disruptive. They will be all over you. And we have Arthas. Arthas is a very good pusher with these towers, can turn them off, get really good benefit from damage onto them until his ult goes away. And then Lunara, always great damage, always great poison damage as well. It's very interesting to see the divisions and how different they play with the heroes that they play. Mephisto. Mephisto has been a very popular pick. I think I've seen him probably the last 3 games that I've casted. Very, very strong hero. How do I fix that? I'm going to have to look into that. Thank you for letting me know. I was waiting for Kale to come up. Here we go, Kale. We'll see how this Kale versus Mephisto damage will benefit either team here. And Lucio heals will be pretty beneficial. We have good sustain on the side of Roomba. I want to say, have I been saying Roomba rotations. I know it's a Roomba. I don't have a Roomba, folks, so I apologize ahead of time. See, that's what I was thinking. My game sound wasn't up. There was something with that. Let me try to turn it up a little bit for you guys. If I can. See, I hear it, but it's so low. I don't even know if I can with this. Let's see. Let's do sound. Let's do master volume. Boom. Too much? Just enough? You let me know. And we'll go from there. All right, guys. With that, I did not get a chance to go and yell you out the teams. Liddell is on Arthas. We have Felderoth on Kale. Anduin playing by I'm gonna totally butcher all these. I'm gonna just butcher them. I might just say I'll read it at the next one or in the halftime here. We're gonna have a fight here mid. Let me zoom out for you. If I can, there we go. Synchrony is hiding in the bush with ETC here. He looks like he wants to do something a little cheeky. He needs to watch out for those towers, though. Mephisto's going to clear this camp, and they're going to go to lane here. Synchrony just wanted to clear them off while they were going down to lane, so they didn't chase them down. I like it. Mephisto is being played by Idioms. Iron is being played by Lucio down bot. We have Liddell with Johanna going to come down bot. And they're just going to keep trading mid-bot, mid-bot. We know the routine around here, guys, right? MJ Doom is playing Zool against AG Silver, AG Arthas up top. They should just go back and forth. We shall see. Does that game sound any better for anybody? You let me know. So it looks like Roomba Rotations is going to get their camp first. And Tiny Dancers will start theirs second. We'll see who ends up with it first. ETC is going to just sit there and soak. Take a little nappy poo. Wait for the enemy minions to come in. See, he wasn't sleeping. He moved. He knew they were coming. And they're a little behind on the side of Tiny Dancers on this. I do like this little vision up here to tell when people are going to be coming down. Now this camp is pushing. There's a decent sized wave which Tiny Dancers will be able to pick up. And there's 4 mid, 4 Tiny Dancers, and 3 mid. We get a root on and a bomb onto ETC, but he does get out. Does not spread that to his team. He just likes that bush. He likes it. He's getting pegged pretty good by all that kill damage. He is trying to get out. It looks like they want to chase him just a little bit, but he's going to his friend Mephisto here. I'll try to turn it up after this game. Promise. I'll just turn it down on my end. I just have a really good set of headsets, I guess. I don't know. Really good pair of headsets. And these two guys up here are totally just trading back and forth. There's really no benefit to either side. They're doing what they need to do up top lane. And because the side of Roomba rotations were able to get their camp so early, this gray main will be able to get this and let their camp push while the teams are fighting on these points. That is the whole point of getting these camps as early as you possibly can. You want to get them at least 2 times before this starts.
Come back to the left. There we go. Up.
But Tiny Dancers is getting a very good number on it. They have 16s. It looks like Roomba Rotations does not want to fight that. Idioms is trying to kind of scare them off of it a little bit so we can get better push. I'm thinking that Roomba Rotations was really hoping that they would clear that much quicker than they did. I'm assuming. But maybe that's what they wanted to do. We shall see. We'll see what's in the best benefit. Oh, I'm sorry. Boom. How's that? Much better? This draft into the game just throws me off completely. I apologize. It's one little button. We get roots and bombs coming on to Synchrony. He does get out. Unstoppable comes out. Anduin does pull Kale out, which was a good call because Greymane probably could have jumped on him pretty easily. And Anduin does go down for that. Bombs are spreading like crazy onto Roomba rotations. Those Kale bombs are something else. And while they're keeping him distracted bot, we are getting some push up top and mid, but honestly not a whole lot. I don't even think of just one little tiny tower wall went down. And Greymane is going to keep pushing. So who cares about objective, guys? Roomba Rotations doesn't. They have a Greymane that can push for them, right? All right, it looks like they want more of the bot lane. Gimme more, gimme more. And this thing might go at least halfway before they have to get pushed out by Tiny Dancers here. They are up a level on the side of Roomba Rotations. And it is about time to get these camps again. And it looks like Greymane knows it and Anduin knows it on both sides. Lunara is clearing that camp very well. Luckily, Lucio's going to help Greymane. He's just not as fast as he could be at this moment to clear those camps. And Tiny Dancers does get it first. Look at these guys up here. Just, I guess it's not totally a stalemate. Arthas did help that objective push in to almost get that entire wall there. And it looks like we're going to have a fight, or at least a little bit of damage mid. Big old wave on both sides, actually. Pretty even. Now, those kill bombs are going to do a lot of damage, a lot of spread if Roomba Rotations gets in there. But that was a stalemate, ladies and gentlemen.
Fuck, did I not get healed?
And here we go again. So they're pretty much identical levels on both sides. We do get a stun onto Johanna, but you know Johanna, she doesn't mind it. She can get out. Damage comes onto Lucio. They are doing a very good job on Roomba Rotations to not spread those Kale bombs. That's going to be a big problem later on in the game if they let those spread. Mephisto is doing a lot of damage. He does get out. And I liked his juke there. He did not send that bomb. I was afraid at first he was going to send that bomb into 2 of his other players, but he did not. They know how to play against a Kale. They're all right. Oh, Anduin ult comes out, but Lucio ult comes out to offset it. And then the Kale bomb comes out. Ult tries to get ETC, and he gets out of that as well. So that was, what, 3 to 2 ults that came out, and nothing came of it. There are still some people that are low on health. Kill bombs come out. ETC does stun and ult everybody, and Lunara does go down for it. Anduin was only able to pull one person out, and he chose Kale. Who wouldn't? That Kale does a lot of damage, and he did follow up with Greymane ult, or killing Greymane, sorry. And we're still hanging out down here, even though this objective has been up for a little bit. And they're just either keeping them distracted or they just really want to get the push themselves. I kind of like this. I've been telling my team this for years, I think. Let's just freaking push. Who cares about the objective? Just push it. Get it directly. I like it. Because this whole time, they're waiting for 40 seconds up on the top of Tiny Dancers up here. They are getting actual physical push. Physical XP, you guys. I like it. That might not be everybody's preference, but that's mine. All right, we're going to get a fight here, guys. We got some roots coming out. We have the stun. We have Mephisto ult coming out. And Lucio does go down. Those bombs are being spread like crazy. Stuns do come out. Ult comes out onto ETC. He will be dead, I'm sure. Yes, he is. Now the question is it worth it now? But the thing is, this is going to take 15 seconds to get this objective for the side of Tiny Dancers. And Roomba rotations is back in about the same amount of time. So we'll be able to defend this fine. Who knows? But at least they won't be able to defend top, because this top will push with the boss. They should at least get this top tower, if not a little bit more, depending on how much they want to defend. I do like this call here. They're going to be getting this camp to help defend mid while they're getting that boss top. And Zool will defend bot while the rest of the team goes top. I like it. Look at that. Boss is already halfway dead. Tower is not even halfway dead just yet. It's getting there. But it looks like Tiny Dancers is going to get mid. And they might jump this Arthas bot. It looks like they, or not Arthas, I'm sorry, Zool bot. Looks like they want to. He used his ult a little early, and he does go down as well. Very good call on Tiny Dancers. All right, that was an amazing push on them. I really thought they'd be able to defend it a little better than that. But wow, 3. That's a 3-fer, ladies and gentlemen. And they want another boss. Those greedy little boys. And girl. There's at least one girl in this team here. Here they go. I like that. Johanna, they did see that they were mid, I think. But Johanna did a very good holding out. Well, maybe they didn't. Maybe there weren't any minions up there. I like that defense by that Johanna. ETC gets pulled in. He does get a bomb on him. He has to run. I'm telling you guys, that kill damage is something else. Alright, this boss is going to do some damage. We get some roots and some... Oh, that's good. Anduin pulled Arthas out of that Mephisto ult. Boss is going to keep them distracted a little bit, so hopefully Tiny Dancers can go and clear mid and hopefully get that camp. I guess that's one thing good that Roomba Rotations has going for them, is they had a really good push up here on these lanes, but the problem is if you don't get these towers, that's not going to do a whole lot for you. We get a stun on ETC goes in, but KT was ready for it. He Sorry, guys. I apologize. I don't know the ults of these. I just know E, W, Q. He eat him and stopped his ult completely. Mephisto's trying to get in and do as much damage as he can. Synchrony is trying to go in and get some stuns. He does get blinded. Mephisto ult does go out. We do get some damage onto Johanna. She does get unstoppable. And during all that fight down bot, Kale does kill Zool and ETC right after that. So with that damage between Kale and Lunara, they have a whole lot of damage that they can follow up on. Greymane is also going to go down. That lockdown is just something else. And all of a sudden, look at this. Completely pushed up on the side of Tiny Dancers. They're ready to get this objective, and they're ready to push this. This camp is still alive in mid. Kale's going to do a little damage to hopefully get that going a little further. I'm telling you, though, these towers are mean. They really can do a lot of damage if you're not, if you're trying to run into towers and try to kill people. So Tiny Dancers picked this map. I think they're pretty comfortable with it. They're acting very comfortable with this map. And look at this Arthas. He being a little cheeky. He's going to try to help his friends get out a little bit. The root does come out to get disengage here. And it looks like they give up and they go mid. Clear that camp a little. I think they probably could have stayed down there, but... it looks like Roomba rotations is going to go down to clear that. It is a boss lane after all, so it is good to clear that first. And Tiny Dancers knows it, so they are going to go in and at least try to get a... Are they going to get this? I don't know. They should. They should get that. Let's see if they do. That was a great disengage by them. I wasn't sure if they were going to get it. They disengaged at the perfect time. We get a stun and ults. Oh my goodness, coming out onto that Zool. The Lucio with his ult does save that Zool. And ETC did scare them off with his ult as well. That was a great disengage by Roomba rotations. Because that Zool should have went down. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, but didn't. Lucio to the rescue. All right. This is what, the fourth boss for Tiny Dancers? I think it's a third, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know, Roomba rotations. Here, let me show ya. Chaboom. Mephisto leading in siege damage and hero damage, obviously. And then Lunara is actually leading Kale in hero damage. Kale's doing great in siege damage as well. Alright, I think this is the fourth for Tiny Dancers. This is the fourth boss. This has been the problem for Roomba rotations, is the wave clear, and the boss damage has been so on point for Tiny Dancers that it's been hard for them to come back. But their team fights have been on point on the side of Roomba rotations. When they need to disengage, they disengage. We do have, but it seems to be a bit of a slope here. We have 5-2 towers. We have 9-2 kills, but both teams have 20s. And we all know anything can happen at 20s. Let's see what ults everybody has decided to get here. They're going to let the boss go there. It should die before it gets that keep. And hopefully they can jump onto Tiny Dancers before... Should be way before. I mean, we still have a good 50 seconds of this. They do stop it. They have 28 seconds left for the objective. But man, these keeps are looking grim here. They've been trying everything they can on the side of Roomba rotations to get the push back. But it's been very difficult. They have been really shutting them down. This boss should be okay. He should be able to heal himself up. Hopefully. Ooh, barely. ETC does use his ult, but the Kale... Oh, Lucio does get him out. Oh, no. Oh, he barely... I thought he was going to get out, but he did not. All the Kale damage and the Lunara damage is coming out onto Roomba rotations, and they all go down. Oh, man, that was a... It's hard because you're kind of stuck. Like, you need to do something crazy to be able to get yourself out of this. Yes, heal that up. What is up? All right, this is going to be, I think, yep, this is definitely going to be GG. So first game goes to Tiny Dancers. Very good game. They picked the map, they knew what they wanted to do, and they did it. Very good game. So there are your stats, guys. That Kale damage, I'm telling you, that's why I was like, are we going to have a Kale ban? I don't know, maybe. Usually, I like to pick Kale or... oh my god, Ming on this map. They do really good damage. They help push the waves back. They do enough damage in time for your healer to heal you up while you're trying to get them off theirs. And I think Arthas and Johanna, they were just protecting their two damage dealers like crazy. And Zul didn't get a lot of benefit. The whole point of Zul is to double soak, push it down. And as you can see, Mephisto had more siege damage than him as well. Mephisto tried, he just couldn't quite get enough damage to get it to work. So we will see where we go second. What do we think about that match, guys? I'm going to take a quick little break and little potty break, and we will be right back with game number 2. That is 1-0 in favor of Tiny Dancers versus Roomba Rotations in B East. All right, everybody. We are going to Volskaya Foundry. We are 1-0 Tiny Dancers versus Roomba Rotations. And we'll get right into the bans here. Roomba Rotations will ban Johanna. Respect. That Johanna was very disruptive. And Chen. I think somebody's been doing the research. Because that's 2 Chen bans. And that's also a Garage ban for the second time. I think these teams have been doing a little bit of reading. And Kale. That's interesting because they picked Kale. So we'll see. We shall see. I do like Ming on this one too. And Greymane. Confused likes to play Greymane. It'll be... I want to see some good Greymane play without the mean Johanna and Arthas attacking him so he can't do any damage. But I kind of figured Ming was coming since they did ban Kale. I was like, is there Ming coming? Maybe. And Arthas. AG Silver will play Arthas again. Tyrael and Blaze. Great for point objective. Keep them off of it. Save your backline. Morales. I love me some Morales. I play Morales a lot. And I think my team believes in me because they're constantly on the edge of death. Did you forget my wine? Ronan got food instead of wine. I guess, that's okay. All right. Malfail is banned. Ooh, if you get your people low enough, that guy will finish them off. So I do like that. Let's see what healer the side of Tiny Dancers wants here. Anduin again. Materium is going to play Anduin yet again. And then we have Feldroth playing Zul'jin. Oh, yes. Yes. I love Zarya. One of my favorite people to play. And Rhaegar. All right, Zul. Zul has switched sides. He's now on the side of Tiny Dancers. Very good hero for this map as well. He's a good hero in general, let's be honest. Thank you, my love. With this Zarya and this Blaze and this Tyrael, I think that'll be very good point control for Volskaya. Because, Hannibal, I don't want you to see my face. I feel like I said that before. Why no see your face? I'm going to actually change my correct overlay here so you guys can actually see the talents as I'm putting them down now. Oh, progress. See? Progress. Liddell is playing Zool. We have Felderoth playing Zul'jin. We have AG Silver AG playing Arthas. Ming is being played by Fishing Queen. I think I like her. Moterium is playing Anduin. We have Synchrony Ontario Greymane being played by Confused, MJ Doom on Blaze, Idioms on Zarya, my fave, and Iron on Rhaegar. So here we go into game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a make or break for Roomba rotations. But I honestly like this team comp. What do you guys think? I'm liking these shields from Zarya. She is building her Q shot. Whole bunch of damage is coming out, but there is so much protection, so many shields that there is almost no actual life being lost here, guys. Hannibal's just giving me a hard time. He knows why. They're just going to keep switching back and forth, back and forth. Zool is going to do his thing top lane, mid lane. But the team of Roomba rotations needs to watch out because this bottom lane could get pushed over with that double soak from Zool. They might just give it up and just run top and just push that down. We shall see. I agree. That Zool already looks like he's going to be a bit much for this team to handle. He's either going to push it, and they either need to catch him and then go down or push somewhere else, one or the other. And they do get a wall. They are going to trade here, but are they going to trade fast enough? That is the question. And Zool will be able to probably defend better than Blaze can defend. And 2 minutes in, and we already have a 1 tower down for Tiny Dancers. They are not playing around, guys. Root comes out. We are getting damage from the tower onto Roomba rotations. And Zool is able to kind of mess with them a little bit until his team gets up. And look who's coming behind them. That is Zul'jin and Ming and Arthas for the stun. They're going to jump on Zarya, and they do get a kill there. First kill of the game. Interesting thing is both teams are exactly even. Well, I guess they did get that. They got a tower and 1 death. This heal is everything, you guys, when it comes to the point. Yeah, Zool is something else, I'm telling you. There we go. We got some camps on Roomba rotations. I would like to see some camps on this side of the board, on the blue side. At first I thought maybe they were going to invade over here. That's why I was kind of quiet for a second. But they're not. They're going to let their camp push in top. This camp is crazy good. Crazy good. If you let this camp go, it'll go for days. Alright, we get some Ming ults coming out. We are trying to stand on the point. The point does start counting up for Tiny Dancers. Arthas does still have that health pack. Oh, Root and Azul comes out onto that Tyrael. He does get out. Blaze is trying to get out all he can, but he gets rooted. Anduin's trying to give him as much protection. Zarya also gives him a shield, and somehow that dude gets out. That protection is... holy moly. Now, Tiny Dancers does put a turret down, as well as their heal. So they should be able to get this no problemo. Blaze knows it. He's going to go soak it up. We have 7s for both teams at this moment. We'll see what we pick over here. We'll see how far this gets. Zool, if you leave Zool alone in a lane with this camp, it's definitely going to go far. But now Zool might distract so this camp can keep going. Maybe. Synchrony might die for this. Tyrael does go down. Tries to keep him from going top. And then you have an Arthas ult coming up soon with his 10s to freeze these towers. So it's just going to probably get worse from here. But the good thing is they're getting Tiny Dancers, their Punishers, getting beat down pretty good. So they're not able to actually kill that whole thing. They might be able to go mid and get a little bit more if they can. And here comes Zool. We might have a fight here. Ooh. That Ming ult, or not ult, that Ming W barely missed. Alright. So we will have 10s on the side of Tiny Dancers. And Roomba Rotations knows it, so they know they can't fight them right now. They're going to go ahead and get this heal camp to hopefully help them at the objective. Now, okay, good. They pick it up and they leave, because the second later, Tiny Dancers would have went in there and probably stolen it from them. Very good call. Tiny Dancers wants 2 of these turrets. It's almost... I feel like this guarantees them the point, or at least a push if they choose to go somewhere else. And again, Roomba Rotations gets their camp first, which means that Tiny Dancer's camp might be able to clear quicker with a bigger wave here, their camp, and hopefully will push a little further than the side of Roomba Rotations, is what they're hoping. And they're all up there, so I'm sure it's going to go further now. You don't need a 6th sense for that, huh? Tyrael tries to come in, get a little bit of distraction. Greymane ult does miss. I don't know who he was aiming for. I just heard it go off. And they do push him back, but the question is, did they really push him back, or did they get what they wanted and they wanted to leave anyways? So, Tiny Dancers is doing great at map control. They're pushing where they need to push. They're not putting themselves in a weird predicament. And it looks like Roomba wants to possibly fight here. Arthas does get a root onto Tyrael. An ult does miss on Zul'jin. We get some ults coming out onto Zarya. Greymane ult does miss as well. We get a root onto Greymane. Unstoppable comes out to get him out. Oh, Rhaegar ult comes out. Invulnerable does come out as well. They are still trying to chase them down as much as they can, but Rhaegar does fall for that. Blaze uses his ult to hopefully stun, but he luckily does get out. Look at that. All that damage. All that damage. And we still have 5v4. Crazy. Wow. And it looks like Tiny Dancers wants to go on up to the objective. Possibly. Nope. They want to heal instead. I do like that Roomba Rotations is Nope. They aren't going to do it. They see their enemy there. Synchrony is going to get out. They're going to try to get 13s before they try to initiate and fight on the objective. But Zarya does use Unstoppable to get out. Zul'jin uses his ult onto Zarya, but doesn't really a whole bunch of damage. Now, Tyrael does go down. Arthas is going down as well. He better watch out. He did not use his turret in time. Protection from Anduin comes out. They are running away as best they can. And as they're doing it, Ming is doing damage to the team that is chasing them down. And from that Anduin ult came a team wipe, you guys. Anduin ult set that up completely. Protection. Ming was able to run out as the other team's chasing. She just keeps pegging their booties. They are going to get a heal as they go up to the objective. And almost all of Roomba rotations is back now. It'll be interesting to see if they go straight up here or if they get this. I think they'll get this camp here. Oh, Arthas was just looking out, making sure nobody was coming, while Zul got their camp on the side of Tiny Dancers. And they might fight around here. We get some roots coming out, a lot of disengages that can really set up Tiny Dancers to either get out or initiate. And Blaze is going to go back. He thinks that Tiny Dancers doesn't necessarily want to get the objective. He thinks that they're going to want to push. And Tiny Dancers, did you see the little juke they did? They went totally mid lane, and then they went totally top lane to try to throw everybody up. They do have a ton of damage, but unfortunately, they're just not able to use it, it seems like. I mean, Zarya has the most hero damage. They're kind of set up for point objective, but the damage on the side of Tiny Dancers is just overpowering. And I think they know it, and they're going to go down and get some turrets and possibly get these turrets to defend and then go back up, hopefully. If they don't, then they're definitely going to get this keep. Oh, ult comes out from Zul'jin onto Tyrael. Doesn't do a whole lot. He is a tank after all. We get a Greymane ult onto AJ Silver. We get Zul ult coming out. And Vulnerable does come out. They are still chasing them down. Zul goes down. That is the problem with being in this Punisher, you guys. All of her damage, all of her resets, everything that she has and that she is totally negated when she gets in this Punisher. She's not beneficial in this Punisher at all. I don't like her in it. I don't like it. Very good chase down by Roomba rotations. Amazing. I love it. Now, we did get an ult from Zul'jin. Greymane does go down, but that is a 4 for 1. Great chase down. Sometimes this Punisher doesn't mean everything. If you have some of your best people in there that'll do the most damage or the heals, some of your other people can get jumped on before you can even get out of the Punisher itself. That's how I've died a lot as Morales. I'm just going to throw that out there. So this game is going to go a little bit longer. Definitely not. Healer should not be in there. All right, we get a wall down. And Arthas root does miss, which is helpful for Roomba rotations. They are going to get their turret. They do need to clear top camp at some point. I don't know if they can fight straight up. I really don't know if they can. The reason why they won that fight is because of the people they had in the mech. Sorry, I called it a Punisher. It is not a Punisher, but that is what I call it. Invulnerable comes out. Some damage is no longer done. Zarya is getting hit pretty quickly, but they do all run in, and they are able to steal that turret camp there. So now there's 2 turrets and a heal on the side of Roomba rotations. This will be interesting if we can get to a point here. But they do need to go clear that top. As I said, what, about a couple minutes ago, because that will go far. This is not a joke of a camp. Far from it, my friends. And Tiny Dancers knows it. They know they can get a tower for it. We are totally even level, 19 to 19. We'll see who can get 20s first. Hopefully it's Tiny Dancers, just for their sake, because they have 2 turrets versus a healing ward against them. So if 20s happens for Roomba rotations with those 3 objects, it could easily go in their favor. Now, Roomba rotations got their camp last, which means this is going to keep pushing up here. Zool has to go back. They know it. And they know that they have 20s now. So this should be their fight to win. The question is, are they going to try to jump them while they see Zool down? This will be a very interesting fight here. Let's see. Ming talents are coming out. She is missing, but she has full mana. This fight is going to be probably the game changer. You see how Greymane is going up? This might be a problem. This could be the moment. Okay, they got out. Good. I was a little worried about that. They're going to chase them down because did they see Greymane top? I'm not sure. Greymane is coming back down, but Tyrael is being pushed around, so they're kind of split. Oh, Tyrael does come out. If they could put some of these turrets down, which they do. Some ults come out from Zul'jin, pull from Anduin. 2 of those turrets are no longer valid. We're 33% to 60% in favor of Roomba rotations. They still have 1 turret and 1 heal, though. And we are down 1 ult on the side of Tiny Dancers. Rhaegar ult comes out. Invulnerable comes out. Zool uses his ult. Another invulnerable. Unstoppable. Anduin's trying to use his protection. Zool does go down, though. He was a little too far over. And that turret is doing damage as they're running on it. So we are 4v5. Some of these Ming ults, some of these Ming talents are missing. The turret is gone. There is the heal ward that is out, that is healing up Roomba rotations. Tyrael's kind of hanging out on the side, make sure they don't enter from that side. 78% to 65%. And it looks like they're going to give it up. I don't think they have enough time to get over here. No, they don't. Okay. So we'll see where this one goes. That mech is going to take down that tower pretty quickly. All 5 are now back from Tiny Dancers, and Zul'jin is just melting that mech. I like how he's pegging and going out, pegging and going out. Oh, the ult from Zul'jin The root on to Greymane. He does go down. We do get a pull in from Arthas, and the rest of Roomba rotations is out. See, that's the thing with these mechs, guys. Your damage is not there, and sometimes it's not necessarily always the best. Ooh, there might be an engage here. They are down one person. They need to be careful. And it looks like Tiny Dancers wants this top keep. The Tyrael ults, or sorry, the ults do come down on Tyrael. Oh, the stun from Arthas, the roots from Arthas come out and does kill Zarya. Turret comes out. That should secure them the keep. And it is 5v3 right now. Invulnerable comes out to try to save Tyrael. Blaze tries to go in to try to keep him off of Tyrael. Root comes out. Zul uses his ult to kill Blaze. Oh, he barely makes it into his home. And he does heal up after that. So they do have to back out and save it for another day. For now, they're going to take their camp. And Tiny Dancers are looking pretty good right now. Tyrael gets ulted by Zul again. The net comes out. The Greymane tries to help him, but he does get pummeled. Another keep is going to go down in favor of Tiny Dancers. Their wave clear is just too much. Just way too much. This is why I always liked when Hannibal played Zul on our games, because he could double soak like nobody's business. Nobody knew how to handle it. And he was tanky as crap. Alright, they got a heal off of that. They're going to have a camp pushing as well during this fight. And this should be our final objective fight right here. Let's see what happens. Now, the problem is this might easily go to Tiny Dancers because this top is going to have to be contested at some point. Unstoppable does come out. He does try to use his ult to let Zul come in. Protection from Anduin comes out to totally negate all the damage that just came in from Roomba. Tyrael does use his ult. Rhaegar went down. Greymane tried to use his ult to get out. Oh, the damage on this side of Tiny Dancers is just too much. Too much damage. And that is going to be GG. GGs are being thrown out. Both teams did their homework. But Tiny Dancers, I think with their push, and Anduin, yes, the Anduin, I think, had two great saves in that game, and then a crazy save in the first game. I agree. Awesome, awesome game. And there are your stats. So Tiny Dancers does get 3 points out of this game. This is the first game for both teams. So we will see what happens in the future for B East. I will see if someone would like to chit-chat with me. if I can find where I'm going here. Let's see. Let's do lobby 2. All right, so Feldroth is coming in here with us. Oh,
Hello.
whoops. Hey!
How's it going?
Pretty good. My son literally just came in the room. Hold on, baby,
Okay.
okay? I will be right with you, honey. Well, congratulations. You guys were on point. Can I just say that? Well, go ahead. Did you guys pick both maps, right? So when you picked Alterac, was that the team you wanted?
Our team was fully responsive to their draft. It wasn't. We have an idea of what strategy we want to take on that map. We like to first off make sure analyze how their execution strategy, and theirs was like a wander combo 10. So we just wanted to be aggressive since they were going to play back 4-10.
Mm-hmm.
Won the first couple objectives. Once they got 10, we were just focused on making sure they got a few ults out and then did the engage on our terms. And that map's really interesting because you can either ignore objective or you can fight for objective. It doesn't really matter in the beginning. And then once you kind of have the balance has shifted one direction or the other, whether it's force down or any structure advantage, then you can just basically hands off, step back, let them push into you, or just control the map at that point.
Yeah. Oh shoot, hold on one second. For some reason they said I can't hear him. Well, that's not good. That's not helpful. Hold on one second. Sorry. Luckily I recorded that whole thing, so we're good.
I can say it again. Once.
Right? I was like, that came out really good. All right, let's see if this works here. Boom. Okay.
All right.
That's much better. Okay.
Nice.
So I totally agree. I think I said that as you guys were pushing bot, and I said, who cares about objective? Just get straight push, and who cares? That's all you really need. But for Volskaya, did you kind of think the same thing?
Skya was, yeah. I mean, eventually we did. Once you get structures, that's kind of the name of the game. Because then it's just who has the level advantage and who has the structure advantage, and that in like a discipline match controls all the engagements, right? So
Yeah.
we made sure to try to get as much advantage as we could in the draft there. I picked up Zul'jin because I like it on that map because if it goes really long, then he just gets better and better. And so I was doing really poorly on stacks, and it didn't matter because it was kind of just the stacks for our contingency plan. So we got really late, and then all of our characters kept scaling when there's plateaued. So, but yeah, the strategy was similar, but we're definitely just making sure that we were able to stay in the fight the entire game.
The only thing that scared me a little bit for you guys was when you guys got that, I don't know if it was the second Punisher, where you guys pushed and you had Ming in it. And did you have Rhaegar
Yeah,
in it?
it's Ming and
Or Anduin.
Anduin.
Anduin, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you guys got jumped there, I was like, oh, that could be
That
a
could
game
change things.
changer. What
Yeah,
did you
yeah.
guys think during that fight when they killed a couple people, when most of your damage and your heals were in the mech, and you guys got
So
pushed back to your keep?
yeah, that was one of those things where I was playing Zul'jin, we had our bruiser and our tank out of it, and the idea was if they soft engaged or focus on the protector, then I would just get stacks, which is really good for us as our scaling grows. And they would be able to peel for me. We actually were saying as we were diving that keep, they've been known to just ignore the protector. We should be careful of that. And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
So we immediately were like, all right, we need to change our strategy. And then our team talk right after that was, all right, we need to change our strategy completely for that. The people that we have in it is okay, but we need to have the protector in one lane poking something, and we need to have the 3-man in a completely different lane poking something else to
Mm.
force them to choose between the two. And then whichever one they engage on just backs off, and then when they shift, the other one goes in harder. So um, thankfully, we were able to keep a couple people. I think I stayed alive, and that was it. But I was able to get the return kill on the Gray Man, who was all of their damage. So
Yes, yes.
that was helpful. I think that saved us from losing a keep, but I wasn't really worried about them ending there. I don't think so. It definitely
Yeah.
made us worried.
Yeah. I was like, well, maybe, I think after that one, I was like, maybe Roomba should let them get the Punisher again. Or not Punisher. I always say Punisher. Sorry. Get the mech
No
again
worries.
and then do it again or something, you know. But
Yeah.
but I mean, you guys were on point. You could tell that you are very comfortable in both these maps. It was a lot of fun to watch. Do you
Thank
have
you.
any shout outs for anybody?
Absolutely. So shout out to the team first and foremost. We've been practicing a lot, and it's been paying off, which we're happy about. And everyone is, super solid and has a great attitude, and we all grow and learn together, which is awesome. Shout out to Elijah. He was one of our main team members in previous seasons, and he had to just step away because of work and stuff during this time. So
Yeah.
shout out to him. Shout out to all our families for letting us have these nights where we do this fun stuff. So that's always a big sacrifice. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And shout out to you for casting. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. It's been a lot of fun. I love watching different teams and your guys' strategies, and it's always eye-opening, and I love it. But congratulations. This is your first game, right?
It's our first game of the
Okay.
season. Yep.
Perfect.
So
So three points for you guys. Keep
yeah,
it up, and I hope to cast another game for you. And I hope
please
you,
do. We'd love it.
yeah, I hope you guys have a good night.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I apologize that the beginning of that interview did not get heard, but pretty much he said what I said earlier is it's not necessarily about the objective, it's about pushing. And you could see that they pushed pretty darn well on Alterac. So there you have it. It is now fixed. And I hope you guys hang out and watch some more games tonight. There's a whole lot of games tonight. There's a ridiculous amount. So keep following NGS, keep hanging out with us. I will be on some other casts as well, chit chatting.